Honolulu Crimestoppers is reminding students to speak up and report crime and bullying on school campus. And joining us now live is Sergeant Chris Kim. Thank you so much for joining us. You're here to talk about Student Crimestoppers program. Tell us a little bit about what this program is for people who don't know. And I know it's not exactly new, right?
Yeah, it's not exactly new. So it's another facet of the Crimestoppers program. This Student Crimestoppers program was started in 1997 in partnership with the DOE and the Honolulu Police Department. And it's because that we recognize that the children, the students, are the first ones to know about what's happening on their campus. We just want them to focus on their studies, so we give them that avenue or that resource to report things to us anonymously and helping to keep their campus safe.
So what kind of tips have you been receiving recently from students?
I think the most common cases that we do receive are cases involving contraband items, especially now with vaping devices. We get those types of calls. Periodically we get weapons calls, but we also get reports of bullying type of issues. And that's something that we really harp upon them, is that we want you to say something. If you see something happening on campus that this doesn't seem right and you're afraid of some type of retaliation, you don't want to be known as the rat or the snitch, give us that information. We then work with the school administration in helping to solve these cases.
And of course, it's not just physical bullying that kids are having to deal with these days, right? I mean, everything is online and on the internet. So cyberbullying, is that on the rise as well?
Yeah, correct. Back in the day, it was always like physical bullying. Like the person was right there in front of you. But now in this day and age, we have what's called cyberbullying, where kids are basically essentially being bullied over the internet via fake social media profiles, video games. So even that, we've talked about these type of cases. We tell them to just be an upstander, just basically speak up if you do see something happening. And also, if you're a victim of cyberbullying, we then give them steps and some tips on how to protect themselves and what, to report things to parents, to faculty, and also to basically block them.
And like you mentioned, students can be anonymous if they want to report these bullying or these crime cases. How can they get involved if they want to report something?
So we tell them that we actually have this wonderful app. It's called the P3 Tips app. Most kids nowadays do have a smartphone or a tablet. We tell them to download the app in the event that you go to school, you do see something. If you're able to walk away, maybe behind a tree or in the restrooms, just go and upload the information via the app. We then work with the school administration.
What else should students know before we wrap up about this program?
That we focus on your studies. We understand that it's hard being a student nowadays. There's so many different things that are happening: cyberbullying, drugs, other contraband items. Get involved, do something, and if you're afraid to say anything, just report it to us. We promise to keep you anonymous. And also with the Student Crimestoppers program, they'd be eligible for up to $1,000.
Wow, so there is a reward, a little bit of incentive.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Chris Kim, as always, for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Marissa, back to you.